Paul Sanger for the Finance News Network, and today I'm in beautiful Noosa at the Noosa Mining Conference. I just caught up with Chalice Mining MD Alex Dorsch, and this is what he had to say. Alex, many thanks for taking the time to come and join me here today.
Pleasure, thanks Paul.
So let's talk about some of the projects. What's the latest update on the Gonneville Project?
Yeah, so look, it's a very large-scale resource found by Chalice in 2020. We're in the middle of a PFS, so pre-feasibility study, about 12 months to go before we complete that. And really the focus is on geomet, really understanding the grade, mineralogical and metallurgical variability across the deposit. So that's a process that just takes time and a lot of test work. So that's where we're really spending most of our capital and effort at the moment is really on metallurgical test work, trying to sort of maximise the metal recoveries from the resource. We are working with Mitsubishi as well. We recently executed an MOU with Mitsubishi Corporation, so they're starting to provide us input on the downstream end of the value chain, the marketing of products and the potential offtake of products. So really so all of that's sort of coming together into a pre-feasibility study at the moment. And yeah, like I said, about 12 months to go before we complete that work.
And that MOU with Mitsubishi, that's a pretty significant milestone. We know the Japanese take time to develop relationships. You've now gone public with the MOU, but that's a significant sort of partnership and will grow over time, though.
It is. It's a fantastic endorsement of the project. Mitsubishi are very, very meticulous, very savvy mining investors and sort of foundation joint venture partners in some of the larger mining assets anywhere in the world. So they like to move early and they move very deliberately. So we've got a very, very strong relationship already. Now looking to sort of formalise a joint venture partnership over the course of the next year or so. But yeah, if you look at the assets they're involved in, they're one of the larger players globally, in that sort of minority joint venture capacity. So yeah, very, very excited to work with them. They bring very, very attractive financing to big projects as well. And if you look around Australia, a lot of the big sort of LNG, iron ore, metallurgical coal projects around Australia have been financed by the likes of Mitsubishi and other Japanese trading houses. So yeah, very, very pleased to have them on board.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's the current status of the resource?
Yeah, so it's about 17 million ounces of precious metals, mostly palladium, almost 1 million tonnes of nickel and about 500,000 tonnes of copper. So really, it's a palladium, nickel, copper deposit. It's very well defined now. The resource is 660 million tonnes starting at surface. There's also a nice sort of 10% of those tonnes which have about double the average head grade. So there's a nice sort of juicy core, and that's going to provide sort of the early cash flows are going to be really driven by mining that high grade to begin with in this project. So very well defined project resource. Really it's all about now working out that geomet, the combination of metallurgy and mineralogy in the ground. No more drilling really required now, so we've really done all the heavy lifting. We've made that significant investment in drilling out the resource, and we've also acquired all the farmland where the resource lies, so we're in a very good position in terms of now we just need to do engineering and study work to really and obviously permitting work to get it development ready.
Yeah, gotcha. And is there exploration upside there?
Absolutely. So we know there's about 10 kilometres of mineralised strike. So the resource only occupies 2 kilometres of that strike length. So we have drilled a number of holes, along a 10-kilometre stretch, and we've hit exactly the same geology, similar grades all the way along. Right now we're focused on sort of getting the resource permit and getting that project up, as well as really looking further afield. So we've got about 9,500 square kilometres of licence area surrounding the discovery that we made. And being the first discovery in a province, this is very much the exciting part of sort of early days. Finding the next swathe of discoveries is what the team's focused on. So we're spending about $6 million a year to sort of interrogate the region and look around for other similar systems to Gonneville, but also, you know, gold deposits, copper deposits. It's, you know, it's a fantastically endowed area to the south of Gonneville, but almost completely unexplored, sort of going north. So, yeah, very exciting exploration program.
And then, so the next 6-12 months, obviously, all steam ahead with the PFS, getting that done, but doing it properly. You'll take your time to make sure that that gets done. What else can you expect as an investor to hear from you over the next 3 to 6 months?
Look, I guess that as we complete metallurgical test work, we'll update the market on sort of as, you know, material developments come to life. We're also, you know, we're in the middle of our permitting process as well. So as we hit sort of milestones on permitting, we'll update the market. Obviously, you know, progression of negotiations around a joint venture with Mitsubishi. We hope to progress that over the next 12 months or so. And you know, exploration, it's hard to predict, you know, when we're going to come across the next discovery, but, you know, we've got a very, very good team there working very, very hard to really look, you know, and make that next discovery as quickly as possible. It could be tomorrow, it could be in 6 months' time, it could be in 2 years' time. It's one of those things that, you know, we'll obviously, you know, keep the market updated as it happens.
Alex, it's been an absolute pleasure. Many thanks for taking the time.
Pleasure, Paul. Thanks for having me.